Live, local, late breaking. This is your First Alert forecast.
Teresa Junn and Dan Maries have more of today's news for you. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Chuck George, and it's time to look at a gorgeous night ahead and then look ahead really into the next 3 months. Diamond Children's Center for you. Our First Alert live cam stop. Its southwesterly wind at 12 miles per hour has died down substantially compared with the gust they had earlier. Look at that, 44-mile-per-hour gust in Midtown in your neighborhood there. Let's get to the forecast and show you what it looks like for tonight. This evening, 68 by 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, how does this sound? 53. Very cool outside, especially compared with our 70-something this morning. We never dropped below the 70-degree mark this morning. Tomorrow afternoon, 85. That's more like it. Our heat wave is officially over. 76-degree temperature right now. We've got a westerly wind at 6 with a very low humidity at 19%. Numbers across southeast Arizona. Could it be any better than this? It's gorgeous outside. As far as wind goes, hang in there, Cochise County. It's about to calm down. Still windy, though. 40-mile-an-hour gust in the last few minutes there in Sierra Vista. Our storm rolling up to the northeast. It brought us a sprinkle of rain today. That's all we could expect from it. But it did bring us the cooler weather. Meanwhile, in the eastern United States, check out this line of thunderstorms as cold Canadian air pushes in. You may see some travel delays at Atlanta's Hartsville Airport over the next 18 to 20 hours as a result of those storms. So our storm goes up into Canada, kind of skipping off to the northeast. The hot high-pressure system that was over us a few days ago will be out in the Pacific, putting us in a westerly flow. That means no heat wave. We'll be a little above normal, but certainly nothing like heat wave level like we've been seeing. As far as our long-range outlook, I told you we were going to talk about this today. It is for way above normal temperatures, and we're already in the dry season, so we really can't expect any rain until the monsoon starts. So we're going to bake the soil, bake it. This makes it a perfect setup for another season of haboobs in the early monsoon. Take a look back at July. This was the great haboob of 2011, if you will. This is our storm in Tucson creating wind and it rushing out into Phoenix. That's what it looked like there on the Superstition Highway. Now let's go back to the maps and I'll show you the incredible video there shows you what can happen, and it's all related to Tucson and southern Arizona and enhanced by a drought. Our drought is in the extreme category for all of central Arizona. We're all looking pretty bad, at least in the severe category of drought. Up north of us, as you know, when you drive Interstate 10 toward the capital city, you see lots of agricultural land. That's loose soil. Well, now there's even less vegetation than there normally would be because we're in the middle of a drought, so nothing to hold that soil down. On top of that, we are at a higher elevation than Phoenix, so air coming from here and rushing to Phoenix is going downhill and being accelerated. You put all of that together, and this is what happened back in July and what will likely happen this coming early monsoon. We had wind rushing out of a storm on the northwest side that created that haboob that we just saw. And if you want to know more about haboobs, we've got it for you. TucsonNewsNow.com/weather101 is your source for all things monsoon. All right, in southern Arizona, looking at temps in the 70s and 80s in Cochise and Santa Cruz counties. Really, we'll all be in the 80s except for Bisbee and Sonoyta. 84 in the OV, 85 in Tucson. Here's your 7-day First Alert forecast. It's time for the fair this weekend. Pima County Fair looks good with light wind and mild temperatures right around 89 to 90 all weekend long. May begins next Tuesday. Time to start talking about the monsoon when May is around, right?
I'm ready.
90 degrees on Tuesday as we bring in May with May Day.
Love it when the monsoons come in.
Me too.
I think I'm in the minority here.
Are you?
I do love the cooler temperatures, but the rain and the wind, wow.
I could chase those storms all day.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
You bet, guys.
Well, home prices could bottom out by